Basically, to recap what happened to me during this session of video capture, had an unexpected hard crash of my PC. Up to now, I don't know what happened. It just turned off. I thought it was a power outage, but then I realized the lights didn't even flicker. The UPS is functioning fine. The PC was just off. So I don't know what happened there. I have a few offhanded theories, but ultimately, the only thing really that I can do now is spend more money on it. And I've decided that before I spend more money on equipment, I'm going to really take a hard look at how I can make some extra money, um, independently. And that actually led to me thinking tall. The best word is tall. Where I was thinking not only in terms of long term, but also short term, medium term, and not only in terms of myself, but also in terms of other people and whatnot. And I came up with a myriad of ideas which all fit together well. Unfortunately, I haven't put any of it. Sorry, I've put a little bit of it into action, but not enough to be noticeable. So, rather than talk about it too, I'll just basically be putting it into action piece by piece, and then talking about pieces of it. To be honest, I don't think most people are really interested in hearing about that sort of stuff, and if you are, there are like lots of other people who are already successful in business that can talk about it, so I don't think I really have anything to contribute in that area. One thing I probably do have to contribute though is my own experiences, which is I guess what vlogging is all about in the first place. Um, I just wanted to say though that what I'm going to try to, what I'm aiming for the coming months. First of all, there's the last day of January. I haven't really done much for the month, and I guess I momentarily felt bad about that, but I've actually reached a point where like I don't dwell on bad feelings so much that I don't even remember them. So like this is my planning book. It's just a normal notebook which I messed up by putting weird stuff on the cover and whatnot. So I basically just open it and write whatever's in my mind. Sometimes it's very disorganized looking, and sometimes it's very coherent. But I'm slowly refining a system that I'm using for myself that works for me and deals with the types of issues that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis. But I'll need to deal with them if I'm going to reach the level that I want to reach in my life. Basically, I want to transform all the negative things in my life into positive things. And so I have a system to do it. It's actually one page long, but in order to explain it would probably take a whole book. I thought about writing it up, but again, I came with the same problem that I'm not really a good example at this point in time. If I follow this system and it works, then sure. Then, all of a sudden people will be interested in my success and whatever. But as is, I'm still developing it. It's still mostly theoretical. It seems to make sense on paper, and as much as I follow it, I get benefits from it. But all it basically is that principle: take anything negative and find a positive counterpart to it, or something positive to counter it. It gets more complicated because it involves both Freud and Jung's psychological models, and I've enhanced it with some of my own experience and my own reasoning ability and whatever. So as I get better at expressing myself, I'll probably be doing more philosophical videos, I suppose you could call them, but I would call it pragmatic philosophy. I'm not doing philosophy for the sake of it. Philosophy is basically a system of how things work, like science used to be called natural philosophy, and I'm only doing it because I need to apply science to my own life in order to live a wise life. In other words, a life where I'm not a fool, where I'm like actually living a life I want to live. Basically, I felt like life has been pushing me about a lot of not getting what I want, etc. I tried a lot of traditional ways, such as working harder, early on religion, stuff like that, and realized all those things are common. Which are still negative. Like you can move from sick to common, and then from common to excellence. And excellence, like an excellent person would be like a bodybuilder, but excellent person is also somebody who does yoga and also somebody who doesn't do yoga, doesn't do bodybuilding, but is building their own house with their own hands because they eat a lot of vegetables and meat. Those are all like real life examples or that I'm using based on various people that I've studied. So the things that these people have in common is not really that they have a better body than anybody else, but that they have a better lifestyle, which creates a higher level of daily energy, which means they can live a higher level of life. So and that's one of the aspects. I actually broke it down into a number of aspects, and I'm still breaking it down. I thought I had it at 16 aspects, but now it's about 20, because some aspects have sub aspects and stuff like that. I don't think it's really complicated, though. It's very simple for me. It's easy for me to remember, and I just did it this way because I'm making use of what I call fractal memory, which is basically our holographic memory, might be a better word for it. The way holograms actually store information is through fractals, meaning if you take a holographic film and you break it and you project the piece, you get an image. The image wouldn't be 100%, I suppose, but it would be a full image. So holograms actually store information holographically, as opposed to what's the word? As opposed to in a matrix and a Cartesian plane or anything like that, which is what say screens would do or whatever. So the human mind is also a holographic device because if part of the mind is damaged, the mind can basically recreate the functionality elsewhere. And the reason why people tend to have areas of the brain specializing in certain functionality is partly due to genetics and that genetic program, but also partly due to simply adapting to the environment and developing what is needed for the environment. And I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna make another longer video, but I'm not gonna upload the other longer video. I just wanted to basically mention that I'm improving my organizational skills, and I'm going to try to make at least one video, not at least, I'm only one video a week until April, because what I'll be doing is I'll be improving the system that I use to make videos. I'll actually be doing a lot more videos, but I wouldn't upload them because before you can upload them you have to go through post-processing, post-process check, and then transcoding, uploading, whatever, and that sinks easily 3 hours for every video. Yes, a 10-minute video can easily take 3 hours to upload, basically, to move from when you've made the first recording to uploading it. So I don't want to go through that all the time. Not that I don't want to, I don't have the time to when I have more pressing issues. So I've chosen to reprioritize my life, but in the same way I like hobbies and I like making videos. And so I thought long and hard about it, and I found a way I can sort of fit in everything, but it's going to require sort of like a give and take. So before I basically didn't plan it, I just tried to just go with the flow, but there isn't really a flow involved here. There's more like obligations as opposed to production and maintenance of image. So what I'm going to do is my plan basically is to make one video a week, and make that one video, I'll work on it to make it at least audible. Hopefully you'll get something from it. You'll at least know that I'm still alive. And the rest of the videos I'll upload over time. It has to be this way because I have a backlog of videos, and I have a backlog of games, and I have a backlog of other non-hobby stuff, which is probably more pressing and more important that I want to take care of. So in order to take care of all of these backlogs, what I'm going to do is basically attack the weak points of the backlogs. So the weak points of the backlogs are that once this situation has been diagrammed, it can be solved in a symbolic form, and therefore solved in reality. Once the model is accurate and you can dereference the symbols properly. I'm not sure if that made any sense to anybody else, but maybe in future videos I'll explain it. Well, I'm almost near the YouTube limit, so I'll stop here for now.